I'm not one to like hostile, xenophobic zealots, but I did make a deal with these Rathun, and that is to enlist the aid of their dragon protector, and to get back this item that will allow the use of the floor where their leader is, whatever the item's called, which will allow it to be lowered to the next level where we can reach Eothas. It's all so dramatic, isn't it? This volcano is the sphere of Magran, the fire god. She is trying to use it against Eothas, which means that the whole place could erupt and kill us all at any moment. Of course, this makes it the perfect time to go and speak to a god who we still aren't clear on his goal. But as it is, I'm starting to like Eothas. I know, he killed me and destroyed my fort, Cad Nua, as well as at least 100 others there. But he can make a great change here in Eora. One that might give us, Kith, a chance to be without the gods fighting for control and dominance over us. He wanted to show to the world that the gods are not invulnerable, or all-knowing, when Widewin was destroyed. Widewin knew what he was getting into when the Godhammer blew up and killed him. It was all a staged event, or one at least that Eothas took advantage of. I appreciate that, I really do, but that was the Eothas of my childhood. I need to know what the Eothas of today is up to. He's certainly weaving a path of destruction wherever he goes, so it's not an easy thing to warm up to him. I just need to know what he is doing and all the details. He waits in fire. I wrote down the title of this journal entry. I spoke with Eothas in the ruins of Hisongo, just like probably a few months ago, but was unable to divert him from his machinations. He bade me to meet him at a luminous outer pillar in a chain of volcanic islands called Magran's Teeth. If I want to know more about his intentions, I'll have to join him there. Yes, so now I've got to acquire this Torc of Bithákten to access Magran's shrine in the Jagged Keep. From these Rathun. Very, very violent people. Quick to anger. So, we will go, and it's the other way, I believe. Isn't there supposed to be a giant with us? I really don't care if this place falls in the sea. I just... or all these people cease to exist. I don't care about the Rathun. Or their fort. Just don't have it in me to really care. They're very violent people. I didn't come here to kill them, but if Eothas ends up destroying them, I really wouldn't bother me. Now, my guess is that this is the way. Lair of the ancient dragon. A dragon will not be able to stand up to Eothas.
Sorry, friend. I can't.
Turn to dust. Glad I didn't go this way then. I was actually considering going this way. Lair of the Ancient. Very hot. Everywhere. Especially in this cave we're going into. My leather armor and hat is drenched with sweat.
Ready to brawl?
Ugh, it's even hotter in here. What is this? Now we're fighting flame blights. Alright, let's get its attention.
Got it.
I got it. You wanna kind of... yeah. Guess I've got this, whatever it is. Magma ooze.
Lavaru beyond seek. Lavaru beyond seek.
Yeah?
Lavaru beyond seek.
Veil Piercer is my bow. Is it? Give off cold. No. It's the color, though, makes me think it has frost damage.
Sure. Will do.
That was kind of easy. Let's continue on. Oh, this is ridiculously hot. This is the worst place of them all so far. Let's get through this.
Supposing this volcano blows, what are the odds any of us but Gon survives it?
Move quickly.
No one will survive it.
Ishi, don't let your feathers catch.
This place smells and feels like hell in the stories Uncle Angbert used to tell me to make me behave as a child.
Oh, Shorty. So there's a soul here I could read. A haze of soul essence sifts up like smoke from a corpse scored with heavy claw marks. Oddly, no blood pools beneath the body. The wounds have been cauterized. I reach for the soul. Hot to the touch, the essence slowly wafts through my fingers. Then I'm tumbling down into the feverish sensation of a soul reed. I am a great champion, a Goliath among giants. My chest tight with pride, and now something darker, a strange dread. It flickers inside of me like the fires of a waking forge, because I know I too are soon to be tempered as I stare down upon the distant god, the defiler my brothers and sisters died to defeat, but could not, who now gluts on the Audra Spire, striking plans against Magran. This is obviously extremely recent. The iron chains that suspend the bridge beneath my feet drip blood and sweat. Weeping, the maw spans below, battered by the invader. The jagged keep now ever more apt in name. He cut a path to the spire and could not be stopped. He drank deeply from so many of us. The Brenthis watches beside me. She is fierce and will know what to do. She can hear Magran within the flames. Without further delay, she hastens me into the dragon's lair. She will call the beast, and it will ride with me into the assault. Inside, the cavern is dark and simmering. The Brenthis rushes ahead of me, despite my barked warning. Something is wrong. The heat roils against my skin. A whisper of death, dangerous rather than comforting. The Defiler God has riled the dragon. The Brenthis has raised her torque high as if to collar the dragon, the light of it sheening her helm in the darkness. She is thundering. The time has come, Jada! Submit to Magran's will! And the walls rumble from a sudden earthquake. No, from the beast's laughter. A shadow looms to my left. Then scalding claws punch through my skin.
Rest now, warrior. Your soul is safe with me.
Shoti bows her head as she drags her lantern over the corpse, from head to foot and back up again. Once she reaches the Rathun's punctured chest, his soul lifts up from the body and drifts towards the lantern. With a shudder, it settles inside the copper cage. Aloth hums approvingly. Maya thumbs her chin, nodding. So it would seem that they cannot control this dragon. What's this? A Rathun raider. Somebody, some kith that they took at some point. Hello.
My brethren, world.
Did this just happen? Fire dragon. Strange looking head.
If that ain't a creature born of my nightmares, I don't know what is.
A creature of smoke and scales, embers and talons looms up from the darkness. Her back and ribs gleam luridly, red as a lake of fire that laps at her feet. She hisses, the sound like rocks grating together in her throat, and through her peeled back lips forms no words I understand.
Who comes now to stoke the flames of chaos further? Have I not yet feasted enough? I suppose I can make room for another.
No, no. That can't be healthy.
Just realized how lucky we are to have never run across a sewer dragon.
Oh dear. Shh. Choti chokes on a scream.
Blessed and terrible Ancient One. The Bathor sends me in search of...
A dry laugh crackles from the dragon's thick-scaled throat. The Rathun summoned you, so you attacked them?
Do not speak your lies before our sacred fires, vermin. The Ancient would never attack us.
The warrior hefts her weapon to the ready, furious.
I did, fool. And I would again.
People. These Rathuns seem to be blind zealots. They can't see what's all around them. The giant trembles with outrage, the fiery scrawls in her skin flaring briefly.
We struck a deal. Eons ago. I did with a wily Brenthis. It's true these Rathun fed me exquisitely for so long. But today, they sought my wings like a firestorm to battle. My fangs like hot spears to pierce a god. I am the heart of the fire. I cannot be controlled. Not by a giant's weak will, and not by a sputtering trinket.
What was the nature of the deal you struck with them? The beast grates a loud, insidious laugh.
The Rathun would pay their tributes of flesh and blood, fire and gold. And I, when called upon, would fight fiercely at their side.
Why? Why have you dishonored our agreement, Ancient One? The Brenthis came to call you into battle.
That arrogant priestess thought to ride me, the magma that fires the mountain. She sought to command me. So I consumed her. The Rathun forged their deal when I was but a hatchling. Now no one controls me. And I would never fight a god for fools.
Foul traitor! You wretched, god-forsaken beast!
The warrior's hair flickers wildly beneath her helm, growing violent with her fury.
That's awfully cold-blooded for a creature made of fire.
The dragon snorts smoke from her snout.
You are a creature most amusing. Perhaps I shall yet allow you to live.
I need the Torc of Bithákten from the Brenthis body.
Thieve from me, should you wish your corpse to join hers.
The dragon spreads her wings possessively over her horde, scaled throat rumbling a growl. Magrin would do anything to stop Eothas. If she erupts this volcano, you'll be destroyed along with it.
Should I believe the wretched words of a trespasser in my den? Even were it so, the fire feeds me. It can cause me no harm.
Believe me, dragon, I would not lie about such a grave matter.
Perhaps you speak the truth, and such may come to pass. Only fools die fighting the gods. I have lived for eons, and I will live for eons longer. I fly.
With a great heave, she slogs her body from the magma and takes to the sky. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Well, that was it. I actually expected a battle.
On it.
The closer I near to the dimly lit essence that smolders over the Rathun's burnt corpse, the stronger I feel the soul's flickering confusion and grief. Ashen, crooked fingers clutch a still flaming torque, grasping the relic tightly even in death. Reach for the soul. Rather than falling face forward into a vision of the Rathun's final memory, her last thoughts scream through my mind in a jumble of disjointed words and disbelief.
I am burning! I am burning! I am burning! And it is not in pleasure, not for Mother Margaret. I should have listened when she said nothing. but I was willing to die to reach the Everflame, to sacrifice them and everything to ash, to vanquish the Defiler. And I am burning, but not in the flame. Not with honor and eternity, but for a moment. I am disgraced.
Dig deeper into her final memory.
Who will lay the torque before the mother to fire the way? Who is left? Who will guard the sacred spire, the mother's mind? Who will descend the shrine to the Defiler's god's face? Not to these hands that are ashes sifting on a breath that is a last sigh of a wretchedly snuffed life. Not to me and mine. Now she who was blackened and befouled and forsaken by the flames, forsaken by Margran.
What a strange way to die, to go out shouting about your... I'm not even sure if it's your beliefs. Huh. But the situation. Pry the torque from the priestess's hand. Twisting the torque free cracks off 3 of the priestess's blackened, brittle fingers. I've gained the item, Torc of Bithákten. The item was put into my stash. With a final flicker, a last swift and violent shuddering, the soul dims and disintegrates.
Rest easy now, priestess. I'll harvest your soul and your torment too.
Coaxing the soul with a low and soothing voice, Shodi jiggles her lantern over the priestess's charred corpse. There's not much left after the trauma the soul endured, but a few glimmering motes whirl around the soft light before fading into the lantern. Aloth nods, a quiet smile etched across his lips. Maya smirks and folds her arms. Huh, I really don't care about the dragon's treasure, honestly. Aldous Blade of Captain Crow. Just an exceptional saber, lots of gold. Gems. Healing potion. Yeah, dragon's gone. This place is probably gonna blow. I really don't care who this ticks off. Even if it makes me fight the giants. Let's just get this over with and go meet with Eothas.
My brethren, Earl.
I suppose you should leave now? Great big xenophobic... Or, not xenophobic. Great big fool. Actually, they are in a way xenophobic. They do kill everybody who's not Rathun. I guess that they bring all kith to feed the dragon, or at least they used to. This is actually nice out here compared to in there. There's Eothas, taking his time, probably waiting for us to catch up. We've got to go see him. She'd be a great big zealot fool is what that Rathun would be. I don't think this is gonna work out. If the dragon doesn't come, they're probably gonna blame me. So let's be ready for combat. You know how these hostile creatures can be.
I can see the fury burning in her eyes. What a hateful goddess.
Margran? Yep. Well, there's 3 of them. 4. 4 of them here.
Yeah,
Let's position Eothas in the right spot. Ishi? Ishi. Get over here.
Yeah.
And I speak to their leader.
Kith.
He nods once. I found your Brenthis. She's dead.
Then it is as I feared, and as I felt. Her flames have been extinguished. I do not share the Brenthis' ability to commune with Margaret, but I must believe the goddess would will us to fight. We must make a final stand.
I have the Torc.
To returning victory from the lair of the Ancient. I misjudged you. You are one of a kind among kith.
I am the Watcher.
What became of the ancient? Jadaferlas? Triumph will be nigh impossible without her.
What makes you think something happened to her?
Face beet red, Shoti chokes, pounding on her chest as she struggles for air. Shoti.
Whatever gave you people the idea that dragon would let you ride her?
The warlord tilts his head, as if considering the true meaning to my companion's reaction. Growing distrustful, he tightens his grip on his mace.
You will answer me, kith, without trickery or lies.
He glowers, impatient. The dragon has forsaken you. He falls silent, the scrawlings on his skin flaring hotly.
Indeed. I feared the worst when the Brenthis failed to return with the beast. We've no choice. Despite the odds, we'll attack without either's strength.
He shakes his head, the motion grave.
If this is to be our last stand, we must prepare ourselves, either for victory or for sacrifice. Lest Margaret forsake us for our failures. You've earned the right to Fire Shrine with the Torc of the Ether Flame, but we cannot join you as yet in facing the Defiler.
Alright then, farewell. We will go and face the Defiler on our own.
I've got it.
I stand before the Shrine of Magran, goddess of flame and war. Lifting my eyes, fiery motes begin to streak across my vision as I stare into the imposing cast of her likeness. For the span of a single breath, everything falls eerily silent. The Rathun behind me fade away. Flames to either side of me flicker higher, dancing without sound, but the heat is real, licking at my skin. Then metal groans as Magran's statue bends her head to me in greeting.
Watcher, the time does not allow for niceties.
Her words flow like lava from her lips, like the trails that burble hotly from her eyes.
Even now, Eothas gains strength from the spire. What progress have you to report?
The Rathun are preparing a final assault against Eothas.
Then they will burn to ash and return to the mud kiln from whence they came.
She leans forward, the copper of her corded arms gleaming from the blustering flames. She tugs her sword free from her plinth, and the entire shrine shudders with heat.
Presently, I shall erupt this volcano, and with it, consume Eothas. I suggest you retreat if you at all value your mortal form.
I need time to reach Eothas.
I can give you only the moments more it takes me to fully fire the depths of this maw. After that, I will not stay the assault. Even for you.
Yeah, it's important we get to him.
Fare thee on, Watcher. My condolences, should you die.
She inclines her head once more in a stalwart farewell. An avatar of the goddess flashes over the imposing statue before me. As the image fades, her absence leaves the shrine cold and deathly silent. So I'll interact with the shrine. A statue of Magran towers above me. Bloodied and battle-ready, the goddess clutches both sword and shield. At the base of the statue, a rectangular iron-slatted altar rests between two unlit braziers. Examine the altar. The slatted top of the altar has been hammered, silver water smooth, except for a single circular groove, notched deep into the center of the slab. Charred bits of metal, leather, and bones are piled in the interior of the circular groove, the remains of prior offerings to the goddess. Place the torque on the altar. The braziers on either side of the altar flare to life, red-hot flames shooting high before settling into a steadier, soft burn within the bowels. Lava eddies beneath iron grating in the floor, heating the soles of my feet, while the statue herself seems to wake, metal groaning, rasping as the shrine moves. Give it the torque. It's gone. I don't know what these Rathun are planning to do. There's not many of them left. We've killed most of them here. Let's descend into the depths of the Ashen Maw. With a squeal of metal against metal, the entire floor drops, a stomach lurching 5 feet. Chains clang like the toll of a bell as they catch, pounding against the time-worn gears. Then the shrine begins steadily lowering into the maw. As the shrine cranks lower into the maw, Eothas' colossal Adra carved dome, neck, and shoulders slowly emerge into view. This close, the god rises up like a mountain, larger than I ever remembered having seen him. Energy vibrates from his massive body, and a cacophony of mutterings and shouts from the souls whirling within slams into me, nearly knocking me from my feet. Ugh, that's uncomfortable. Well, we have to go find Eothas now, and we should hurry. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.